Hi guys, today we're talking about why people are moving to Denver, Colorado. We're giving you 5 major reasons. So if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and keep on watching. Welcome back to Colorado Living. I'm Nicole Baker. Today we're going over exactly that, but before we get started, you guys know the drill. I have to let you guys know I am a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state. My number is popping up as well as my email. If you guys are thinking about relocating, please reach out. I love helping you guys, but if you're not quite ready to reach out, go ahead and subscribe below. I post content just like this, all about relocating to Denver, Colorado, every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. So go ahead and subscribe. But let's get started in today's video. Alright guys, first things first, we're going to be talking about the Colorado economy. I'm not an economist by any means, so I'm not going to go too much into detail, but there is tons and tons of job growth that is growing here in Colorado, and actually a stat just came out today that Colorado is one of the least inflated states in America right now, with inflation going insane. That's something that's really important. Obviously, I think all stats take with a grain of salt because of the fact that obviously Colorado's already expensive to live in, so maybe that's why there's not much room for inflation, but there's obviously always room for inflation, and we've seen it here in Colorado over the past year. But it's amazing to know that the economy here in Colorado is still one of the best in the United States. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about relocating to Denver, Colorado. Number 2, and probably a major reason you might even be thinking about moving to Denver, Colorado, is the activities that you can do year-round here in Colorado. Colorado is an extremely active state, and something I realized when I first moved here is how everybody is outside pretty much all year long. The only day that people aren't outside is maybe if there's a blizzard, and somehow, some way, people are still out there walking their dogs or on the slopes doing skiing, snowboarding, snowmobiling. I mean, it's pretty much an active state year-round, like I mentioned. So some of the things that you can be doing here are hiking. Of course, hiking is major here in Colorado. Pretty much everyone hikes. It's kind of like, I feel like a joke that if you don't hike, you might not like it here. Guys, I don't hike. I honestly hate being outside. I really enjoy nature, but I enjoy it in like a confined space, like a car. I'm not a super active person, but I do try to get out there every once in a while. But hiking is just not one of those things, but I do enjoy the nature, so you will get it for sure. So you can do hiking, you can do running. Running's a big thing out here. You can also be during the summertime. There are tons of reservoirs. Cherry Creek Reservoir is a big reservoir here in Colorado, and it is about maybe 15 minutes from southeast Aurora, and honestly it's really in the center of everything. It's kind of like on the southern side of Denver, but point being is it is easy access, and you can bring your motorized boats out there. So you could be doing jet skiing too. You can be doing like a water ski kind of situation. You can bring your little floaty things and have the boat whip you around. That's always fun. Or you could just be chilling out there. They have fish too. They also have the Aurora Reservoir where you can do fishing and or just a boating without a motor on it. I don't believe you can have a motor there. Don't quote me. Go on their website if that's something that's super important to you. But you can also do paddle boarding. So that is going to be your summer activities. Going into fall, again, it's still really like the hiking, that kind of thing, being out in nature in general. There's no specific fall sports, I would say. You could also do a lot of biking. There's tons and tons of biking trails here. Then moving into the winter really is going to be all your winter sports. So skiing, snowboarding, tons and tons of people here in Colorado get your year-long pass in the mountains. There's a couple different ski resorts, obviously. some being way expensive versus some being a little bit more affordable. Obviously Aspen is in Colorado, so that's a major ski resort. There's Durango, that's really far from Denver, Colorado, but you know, I'm just mentioning a few. A lot of people get their season passes and pretty much head up there every single weekend. Breckenridge is a very popular one for, I feel, Denver residents, so keep that in mind too if you enjoy those kind of things. Also snowmobiling, I don't know, ice fishing, ice skating, like there's a million different things that you could be doing here. And then moving into the spring, it's pretty much spring. I say spring, summer, and fall all have kind of like the same things that you can be doing. Also huge sports people out here. So you could be doing golfing, pickleball, tennis. You could be going to sports events, like you could be going hockey. Avs won the Stanley Cup last year. So, you know, those are super fun. You also have Rockies games and Bronco games. Those are super fun. And then basketball. I don't really follow basketball, but if basketball is cool for you, you might have fun doing that too. Also some major college sports here in the Denver, Colorado area as well. So you got Boulder University, you have the one in Fort Collins, and then you also have some downtown sports for the colleges as well. But you guys have tons and tons of opportunities for being outside and doing those year-round activities here in Denver, Colorado. So if that's something that's important to you, definitely relocating here might be an option. Moving on to the third thing, and I love this one because it's so hard to find nowadays, work-life balance, guys. It is so important to keep your mental health. Obviously everybody's talking about mental health and how important it is. It truly is important. We do not just want to work our lives away. We want to be able to have fun. And I think Colorado has really good opportunities for that. Whether it be work from home and you can pretty much do whatever you want, or even being at work and being able to hop across the street to the bar with your friends, or go on the weekends to actually do stuff and get out of the house. A lot of the times we as people don't realize how much we waste our lives away by just strictly working, and then we are absolutely too exhausted to do really anything outside of that, or it's too hot, or the weather's not good, or whatever the case may be. I think Denver, Colorado does a really amazing job of keeping that work-life balance. That's super important here. So keep that in mind. If you're looking for a happier and more enjoyable life, you might want to reconsider moving to any other state besides Denver, Colorado. To number 4, we are talking about the weather, something super important to a lot of people, a definite important topic that I see a lot of people interested in. What is the weather like? Why do people love it so much? So I'll give you guys a little bit of my 2 cents on why I love the weather here so much and why it was really a huge factor on me moving here to Colorado. I'm originally from Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. If you know anything about Phoenix, you know it's hot. It's really hot there. So you pretty much cannot go outside, I would say maybe 8 months out of the year. Like, it's hot, guys. I don't think people realize it when they're thinking about relocating there. Like, there's a reason the pricing is so cheap. It's because it sucks to live there. Just kidding. There's a lot of amazing things about Arizona, but for me personally, the weather is the least attractive thing. So I wanted to be able to enjoy the beautiful weather that Denver, Colorado has to offer. It is a very mild seasonal situation here. So we're thinking, we'll talk about winter first since we're in winter, and I think that's really important to a lot of people. The winter here is not that bad, guys. I think that is something that's a really strange common misconception. It actually pretty much doesn't snow here that much. It snows about 15 days out of the year, which if you think about that and having 365 days in a year, that is nothing. The snow is very minimal. People don't realize that. Another thing is, yes, it gets cold. It's 30 degrees today. It snowed last night, so it's going to be cold today, and we're kind of like in a cold front, but next week it's going to be 50 degrees. throwing on a nice, have a long sleeve shirt and a nice jacket, you'll be fine during these colder days, like when it is 30 degrees. Making sure you have some boots on, some jeans, potentially leggings under those to keep your legs nice and warm. Long sleeve shirt, jacket, and then your puffer. And you really, really, it's so bearable. I was telling my boyfriend when we were, shoveling the snow off the car this morning to go get our Starbucks, that it's actually not that bad. I think people don't realize that. So something to keep in mind. Moving into your springtime, you're gonna see an average temperature probably around 75 degrees-ish, give or take. So I think that's pretty bearable, and that's when people are going outside a lot more. Days are longer. You still have a little bit of snow every once in a while during those springtime seasons, but nothing too bad. And then moving into summer, it gets hot here, guys. It's no joke. So you're gonna see things that are around 95 degrees on the high end. Typical days, I would say, are closer to 90, but it's so much more bearable. I don't know why. I feel like, I know why. It's because it gets 120 degrees in Arizona versus, the 95 degrees. It's definitely bearable. Moving into fall, you're gonna see those leaves changing, and again, around 75 degrees, give or take. So it is a very mild seasonal place here. So I think that is a major, major reason why people are moving to Denver, Colorado. They're ready for that 4 seasons lifestyle. Comment below if that's what you're looking forward to. Last but not least, I think we might get some mean comments down below, but I think the locals here are super, super amazing, and everyone is super inviting. Sometimes you do not see that in other states, and also since Denver, Colorado is such a major relocation spot, there are tons and tons of people coming in here every single year. Pre-pandemic, there was about 90,000 people relocating here, and I think it dropped down like 20,000, but I would not be surprised if we are back up this year to that 90,000, because it is such a beautiful place to live. Pretty much no one that lives here is local anymore, and I think it brings tons and tons of diversity into Denver, Colorado, which is absolutely amazing. But I think I've noticed that tons and tons of people are super, super friendly here. On my first day living here, actually, someone noticed that I hadn't shoveled all the snow off my car because I didn't know you were supposed to do that. And I didn't have one of those brooms because it was springtime and I wasn't expecting a full-blown snowstorm. But he was a local. He's like, "Oh, you're not from here, are you?" And I was like, "No, I'm not." And he gave me one of his little brooms to keep. Such a sweet guy, and helped me get all the snow off the top of my car. Things like that I think are absolutely amazing. Of course, you're gonna have those cranky people that are saying like, "Don't move to my state." Guys, people have been relocating for many, many years, but there are tons of people that absolutely love it. You guys are bringing amazing opportunities and growth for Colorado that I think some of the older natives maybe aren't noticing. I don't know, but I think you guys will have an amazing time here. Tons and tons of nice people. Tons of people that want to have a community, whether they're natives or not. They want to bring you in. They want to surround you with a community because, again, tons of people that live here actually don't have a lot of family living here. So you are able to kind of make your own little family, which is something that I've noticed. Even knocking on doors sometimes when I'm doing an open house or something. Instead of people not answering, they actually answer their doors. It's just crazy here, guys. There's so many friendly people, and I think that if you see any negative comments about "don't move to my state," just ignore them, guys. I'm living in Colorado, and I say I want you to live here too, because you would be missing out if you didn't. Alright guys, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button down below. I hope I was able to give you guys some really amazing things to know about why people are moving to Denver, Colorado. But until next time, guys, I am a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state, so my number's popping up. Go ahead and reach out if you're thinking about relocating. If you're not quite ready to reach out, go ahead and subscribe. I make content just like this, and I post every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. So you guys can go ahead and subscribe, and you'll get all my free knowledge. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.